Hello everyone, Jordan here. Today I'm bringing you a review of the Steelseries Siberia 350 gaming headset. This has Dolby DTS, Virtual 7.1 surround sound, and also RGB lighting that uses a USB interface to your PC, Mac or PS4. Now one thing I really do like is in the Steelseries Engine 3 software you've got the ability to customize the EQ. There are preset EQs on there, but you can make your own custom one, which I think is a really important part in this. Of course, more on that later. It's also got some really quirky things that I'll show you as we go through the video. So if you're wondering about specifics, it's got a frequency response from 50 to 16,000 kHz with a sensitivity of 80 decibels. The microphone frequency is from 100 to 10,000 Hz. That has a minus 42 decibel sensitivity using a unidirectional pickup pattern. Box presentation is fairly clean, just a simple sleeve you take off to reveal the matte black box underneath. So included in the box you've just got this small sleeve that contains a couple of Steelseries stickers, then a quick start guide. You don't get a thick instruction manual with this one. Then the last thing in the box is going to be pretty obvious, the headset itself. So it terminates to USB as I did say before, that's gold plated. The cable is very thick and durable, be it a little bit short though at 1.8 meters. It has got an inline control for the volume as well, but there's no microphone mute on that, that's on the actual headset. So here is the 350 itself. I think it looks pretty good compared to other gaming headsets on the market. So obviously this is the black and orange version for you to see today, but they also do it in black and grey and also white and black. So let's have a quick whip around the headset. On the top we've got the Steelseries logo. So one thing I really love about these headphones is the headband. Unlike the usual ones you've got which are kind of just one, this has a plastic top and then a sprung fabric middle. This means you don't have to do any adjustments to put it on a different size head. Literally put it over, then the spring will adjust. Pretty awesome. The ear cups have got a nice fake leather covering, but they really are quite soft and comfortable, especially if you wear glasses like me. So as I mentioned, the mute switch isn't located on the inline control, which you might expect from other headsets, but it's actually on the left ear cup, which is pretty tricky to get used to finding. Something that doesn't affect the performance of the headset one bit, but I thought was quite interesting, is that the lighting of the ear cups sit at 45 degrees off of the ear cup. So if you were looking at someone wearing this headset, you can see the RGB, which is pretty cool. Now one of the quirky things I mentioned was the microphone's fully retractable into the ear cup, so when you're not using it, easily push it away. You don't have to worry about taking anything out, just literally slides straight back. Now in case you're wondering, so this is the 350 microphone, about an inch away from my mouth. It is pretty flexible so you can position it where you like. As I mentioned in all my headset reviews, it's going to be perfect for Skype or Discord and in-game chat, but if you're going to be recording gameplay videos for YouTube for example, I'd run with a desk mic. So as you can hear, it's not the greatest, but it will get you by for those in-game chats. Now the cable on this is fixed, which some people may not like. I know a lot of people do like removable ones purely because they can be changed if they're damaged. So you need to be careful with this one as you can't get it out. So upon powering the headset on first time, you'll get the Steelseries Orange, which some people may just like, but we're going to dive into the software and show you all of the customization that it has to offer. Okay, so this headset uses the Steelseries Engine 3, which is what all of their software uses. Makes it easy to get all your peripherals options in one place. Let's look at the RGB lighting first. So these are some presets down the side that you get as default. Obviously you can go and pick your own. Another effect they have to offer is color shift, which literally does that, shifts through the different colors available. And again, you can customize this to your heart's content, even adding different timings with the slider at the top for how long the transition will last. You can even add multiple steps in as well to go between multiple different colours. Then you've got multicolour breathe, which is like colour shift, but it does it at a much slower fade in and out. This makes this effect look a lot more smooth and just more relaxed. So you've got a white going to red and then back to white. You will have to play about with it because otherwise you get that harsh change at the end, which obviously you don't want if you want it to be nice and smooth. And as usual with RGB products, I always mention on the white, and this one has got it absolutely spot on. I'd take a punt and say because they've got a lot more space, they can actually add in dedicated white LEDs rather than just a single LED that makes it from 3 colours. Now if you're not about that RGB life, you have got the option to totally disable the LEDs. The other things you'll find on the software is the option to turn on the Virtual 7.1. Below that you've got different EQ modes. You can make 3 different presets to easily switch during games. Then you can customise these to your own hearing. You do have presets below this, but personally for me, this is the one that I chose on the left of the screen now. I found that to be a good balance of bass, mids and highs. I did find the preset highs to be a little bit sharp, so I did dial them down. Then that for me was the best audio quality I could get. Then below that you've got options for the microphone volume, as well as an option to make the microphone automatically optimized. You can also set up different profiles to launch with different games. so you can have different EQs set up for those as well. So I've walked you around the headset and covered pretty much everything I can. Now it's time for my conclusion. All in all, this is a great headset. It has got some pros and cons which I'll go through. At the current point of recording this, it's currently £99, which I think is pretty good value for money, minus a few niggles that I'll cover now. So the first thing is that the cable you included is just too short. It's 1.8 meters long, which is no way long enough if you've got your PC on the floor. If you plan to use this on PS4 and you've got it at the other side of the living room, for example, obviously that's nowhere near long enough again. I've had to use this with a USB extension just for my PC, so you'll definitely need one playing it with the PS4. I definitely point this headset to a more compact gaming PC setup over a console application. Bear in mind it is only USB as well, so if you have any plan to use it with a mobile device, that is a no-go. The Virtual 7.1 works well in some scenarios. Gameplay that's shooting and FPS, MMOs, things like that work really well. On the odd occasion I have felt that I have an enemy player to my side, only to turn around to find no one there, so sometimes it can throw you off a little bit, which can be a little bit annoying at times, and it does get a little while to get used to how it works, but the majority of the time it is a good experience. Anything that's vocal heavy though, I don't recommend using 7.1 because it just sounds, by lack of a better description, weird. Now the EQ, when you do have a bit of a play about, you can get it exactly how you want it. As I did mention, it does sound sharp straight out of the box, but take down the high frequencies a little bit and you can get rid of that sharpness. Overall though, it is very clear throughout the different ranges of sound. When playing music back though, I would definitely turn off the 7.1. As I mentioned, the vocals can just sound very odd, and just music in general through the 7.1 just doesn't sound good. Now in terms of build quality, it is all plastic, but it is built very well. It's very lightweight and I've worn this for hours on end with no discomfort at all. It's got the perfect amount of clamping force as well, so even being a glasses wearer myself, I didn't have any pressure on the ears. Then having the sprung headband just makes things so much more comfortable. I really wish they'd adopt this on more headsets because it does work wonders. Evenly distributes the pressure over the top of your head to make sure there's no discomfort no matter how long you play for. I do like the RGB lighting. Personally for me, going between white and red is my favourite colour combination. Some people may not like it as there is quite a lot on this headset, but of course that's personal opinion. So I think I've pretty much covered everything I'd like to say in this review. If you've got any more questions, please do leave them down below and I will get back to you. I will put the link to this down in the description box below if you want to get one for yourself. If you enjoyed this video and you haven't already, please consider subscribing. A big thank you to Steelseries for sending this out for me to review. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.